Hey guys, do you want to know how to bulletproof your marriage against infidelity ever rearing its ugly head and potentially destroying your marriage? It's a big problem. Now, we're Jeff and Maggie Naub, founders of Wedlock Warriors, and we're here on Warrior Wednesdays to give you some tidbits, some information on what you can do and what you can't do to help strengthen your marriage and help build your relationship with your spouse. Let's be honest, infidelity does rear its ugly head far too often in today's marriages. It's a big deal. It's one of the #1 causes of divorce. And here at Wedlock Warriors, we're founded with the principle of helping people avoid divorce. So if you want to know how to insulate your marriage or protect your marriage from ever having infidelity enter into the picture, then it's definitely important that you follow this principle. Now, Maggie actually has a really good quote she found to illustrate this point. So go ahead, Maggie.
I'm going to read it because I'll screw it up if I don't read it. I will speak often and lovingly of my wife. This is the best adultery repellent known to man. That was written by Michael Hyatt. I love what he had to say there because that's what we consider to be passive communication whenever we're talking about our spouse, like in public, often when your spouse is not there. And we have found that this can be much more effective to speak positive of your spouse than it is even to speak it directly to their face, because whenever it comes back to that spouse, man, it's powerful.
Right.
I do have a story to share that's a little bit on the other side of the spectrum because I wasn't always good at that. I just didn't really think about it very often. There was a time, it's probably been about 10 years ago, that I was asked by a woman that I work with, hey, does your husband grocery shop? I mean, it's a simple question, and really a simple yes or no would have sufficed. But the answer I gave her was, no, are you kidding me? If I sent him grocery shopping, he'd come home with a belt and a panda.
Which is true. Which is true. If they sold
pandas. That is
pandas,
not true, or I would have sent you shopping long ago because I love pandas.
Well, whatever. But I would not succeed. But go ahead. Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Right. Well, and it is, I went for a laugh, and it is funny. You know, I got a couple chuckles, and everybody went on their way. But looking back, what I should have said was, no, he doesn't, because that's a role that I fill. And that's the truth of it. We've talked about it. He could totally shop, but yes, you could. But he hates it more than I do. I hate it a little bit less than he does, is really what it comes down to. And so now I just take care of that. That's one of the roles that I do. I could have opened the lines of communication with that individual to where maybe I could have helped her if that was something she struggled with, and I failed miserably. But what we're going to talk about tonight in our class actually is opening the lines of communication. So we're going to talk about not only how you communicate directly with your spouse, but the passive communication that you do about your spouse to others.
Yeah, and you know, that's a really, really important thing you bring up. You know, how we communicate to others about our spouse to others is a really big deal, and it's the #1 preventative or defense against infidelity ever entering your marriage. You know, if you're always speaking affirmatively or positively or just really good things about your spouse to other people, there's never going to be that room where they can wiggle in and start breaking and start, you know, trying to figure out a way to break up that marriage or whatever. You know, these things. Is a really good quote that I want to share with you too was, and I don't remember who said it, but it was this: affairs don't start in the bedroom, they start with a conversation. And so if we can have those conversations with other people, we'll always be talking in the positive sense of our spouse. You're never, ever going to run into the trouble of infidelity ever entering into your marriage. And that's a really big deal. So, guys, I hope you got value today. I hope you understand where we're coming from. I hope you see the vision here. We're trying to help people, you know, get through from where we were to where we are now. So point A to point B. And that's what Wedlock Warriors is all about. So if you like what you're seeing here, please like, comment, share this video around. Click the link above and download our free report entitled The 5 Immediate Steps You Need to Take Right Now to start rebuilding your marriage. I think I screwed up the title. I probably did. But anyways, it doesn't matter. That report is our free report that we wrote that has the 5 steps that we took to rebuild our marriage. And it's exactly what we did. We didn't leave anything out. They're the 5 most important steps. If we leave out one of those steps, there's no Jeff and Maggie. So it's really important, and it's free, so download that report. And guys, we hope to see you in class tonight. That information is on our website as well. We love you, and God bless.